Then we have an import for index.css. Since we deleted this file, we can remove this line. And finally, we have an import for the app component. So what we're going to do is import our app component, and in our create root file, we're going to get the element with the ID root. We're going to see what this element looks like when we look at our index.html file. And finally, we're going to call the render function, and we're going to pass in our app component. So to pass in a component or to use a component, we're going to follow this syntax. We're going to have an opened angle bracket, the name of the component, and in between we might add some props, which we're going to see later on. Then to close our component, we're going to have a slash and a closing angled bracket. So we can save this file and move on to the next file structure. So next we have a .gitignore. This is going to be useful if we push our directory to GitHub. Then we have the ESLint file, which we're now going to be looking at. Then we have the index.html file. So we're going to open this up and see what's inside. So this is a normal HTML file, but what we need to focus on is the div with an ID of root. If you remember, in our main.jsx file, we got the element with the ID root, then we rendered our component to that element. So whatever we define in our app.jsx file is going to be rendered inside this div.